How's that for a Sunday afternoon? Make you think. And that's why we're here. We're here as thinkers. And one of our loveliest thinkers is about to join us on the podium here, and Representative Laura Jones stepped into the fray on House Bill 1589. A little unexpectedly, but like a force of nature, and waded into the fray and took on the other side and gave them a pretty good thrashing. And Laura, you're in your second term in the New Hampshire House of Representatives, an educator by training, another transplant. But we're all here for a reason in New Hampshire, and I think we know what that reason is. I'd like you to please welcome Representative Laura Jones.
Thanks, everybody. Okay, thanks so much for everybody coming out today. This kind of support means so much to those of us who serve as state reps. It's a real battle in there, and it's great to have you all here. Today I'm going to talk about political participation. Why is it so important? It's important because of the situation we now find ourselves in, that of having to constantly defend our natural rights. Rights which should never be under attack. Government is supposed to protect our God-given rights, not attack them. Our rights are under attack because of a lack of political participation. If we can only motivate all of the gun owners in this state to get out and vote for pro-gun candidates, we won't have to work so hard and waste so much time fighting gun control legislation. My good friend, the Honorable Sue DeLamus, is here today. My district includes the district that she ran in 2012, and so we went door to door together in that district. You would be surprised at how many times we would knock on someone's door and ask them to vote for us, and we knew they were gun owners by the flags or by the stickers, and they said to us, "We can't be bothered," or "We've given up on the system, we don't vote anymore." If those people would have just come out and vote, we would have pro-gun, pro-Second Amendment Sue DeLamus in the House today instead of anti-gun Ann Grassi. It means so much. With the right candidates in office, we won't have to fight bills such as HB 1589, which we defeated in the House on February 12th. Or SB 244, which the Senate needs to kill. Or HB 1264, which would create a study commission to give credibility to future gun control legislation. HB 1264 needs to die in the House. It is headed to the House floor for a vote, most likely on March 5th. So please send emails and make phone calls so we can defeat it. The day before the floor fight on HB 1589, a constituent from my district called my house to ask me to vote ITL. He spoke to my daughter because I was in Concord, and he asked her lots of questions because he didn't understand how the political process works. He admitted that this was the first time in his life that he has become politically active, and that he never votes, even though he is 50 years old. Where has he been for the last 32 years? We have needed him and thousands of others just like him to be involved. My very first memory from when I was 2 years old was watching the assassination of President John F. Kennedy take place on TV. I was sitting on the floor in front of the TV set, playing with my toys, when all of a sudden, my mother burst out crying. I learned at an early age that politics is very important. And even though you just want politicians to leave you alone, they won't leave you alone unless you apply the right kind of pressure. What is the right kind of pressure? We saw it in the days leading up to the vote on HB 1589. Folks sent emails and made phone calls. They respectfully engaged in conversations with their legislators. They reached out to form relationships with their state reps, which will help when we continue to fight bad legislation in the future. All of this is good, but the best kind of pressure comes at the ballot box. The 2014 election cycle will be here before we know it. Find a pro-gun candidate to support. Every gun owner here today needs to adopt a pro-gun candidate. The state-level candidates need your help most because they aren't able to raise the kind of money that the top-of-the-ticket candidates raise. Did you know that the Teamsters fund the anti-gun Democrat state rep candidates with large cash donations? But the pro-gun candidates don't get that kind of help. And now the gun control crowd will be pouring even more money into anti-gun candidate campaigns. How does a pro-gun candidate compete? Donations are helpful. They enable a candidate to put out a mailer or two. But what really impresses voters is a door-to-door campaign.
Yes, it does.
Offer to help your adopted candidate by doing literature drops or offer to drive them when they campaign door-to-door. Letters to the editor are another important way to reach the voters. There is much we can do to win seats, even in the tough districts. And we have to try. Duty is ours, results are God's.
Yes, yes.
Let's talk to our friends about the importance of getting involved and voting pro-gun. And if any of you is interested in running for office, we are looking for candidates. Please come and talk to me, and I can let you know the makeup of your district and put you in touch with groups that provide candidate training. If you are not sure if you can make the commitment to serve, talk with any of the state reps here today. We'll explain how we fit serving into our schedules. Serving the people of New Hampshire is one of the most rewarding experiences you'll ever have. So whether you decide to help a candidate or whether you decide to be a candidate, just remember, this is not about you. It's not about you, and it's not about me. It's about protecting the right to self-defense for the people of New Hampshire. Let's keep fighting. Thank you.
Yeah.